Hi, I'm Mohammed. How everyone's really doing, and I hope everything is will be good with anyone and with anyone, especially in Sudan in here because we're going through many circumstances. It cannot be allowed us to relive, and even today we have a revolution every Tuesday or Thursday, and even Thursday they have a revolution. I hope these countries will going well with everything, and even with these circumstances we have it. I hope like this country it will be relief and even to be the first country because I love this country so much and I have like what is called it optimism. I don't know watania. I don't know what is called, but I have like deep love with this country. For that reason, I love my country. And my topics today is talk about it like communication. Really, it's a simple topic and anyone like know what is mean to be a communication and to know how to be communicated with other people and some people they do not have this quality or these things like to make them to be social with people and even they can be communicated with other people and even like communication is the main reason for everyone he's gonna be communicated with anyone but a lot of us we do not have this ability to know how to communicate with people politely or with the way like can make it us to be a good person. And even we say it in Arabic in here, الكلمة الطيبة جواز السفر. This mean in communication and even in transport we see this a lot in a lot of people they that are not know how to communicate with the people and even with foreigners with the people and even some people they are into because we are different really any person like he have his own background and these things like it cannot make him to be interact with other people but what I think like communication is the important things and even for raising children if a person he want to raising his children by a way by good way he should raising him by a way like can make him like to be communicate with him beautiful communicate with him like good and what I think is many parents they miss this ability they cannot even to communicate with their children they just being alone uh, they make them to be alone and even they do not make them to give them space to express what they have and even a lot of children they have ability or they have a talent or they have many things but they want the person like to tell him or a person like he feel good with him or a person like he can make him to feel comfortable but in here in Sudan especially because we do not give much opportunity to our children to express themselves or even to make them to be a good but we need to make them to even like some people some children they born like as introverts really introverts they cannot even communicate with other people but if we want to even service in the point of service because in here we have a shame even to speak about service or this thing is crazy things we cannot make any person like can go to service but what I think for me personally about what I experienced a lot of us we have mental diseases or mental state but we cannot speak with anyone we just put a lot of pressures ourselves and even we cannot tell anybody what we feel and what we have inside our hearts or inside our mind. For that reason, we want to relive these things and we want to change this mentality. And even we have bad cultures. In here, we have cultures. You have. I can say is not all this culture is good. We have a bad culture. We have good cultures. As we can take the good and we can let the bad. But the idea is like we need to let the bad things. We have it in our community in here in Sudan the bad things like a lot of things I cannot even arrange marriage if I can say it this is a cultural things but if we just let it this behaviors or let these things it will be a good idea but what I think like we are stuck in it we cannot let it at all because we think it's a good things to choose to our children what they can engage with him and even like racism we have some little of racism I'm not saying all of it only the generation because what I see like this generation as aware really we are aware generation as us as this generation, because I'm one of them. I'm really proud what I belong to, because I belong to this generation, because we are not have a racism really, because we accept the white person, we accept the black person, and even we accept the foreigner person, we accept anyone. And this is the make difference between old generation and this generation, because this generation like they love to be together. I'm not say all of it, but the majority of us like we want to always to be together. But these things like it's make us to be different than the old generation, because the old they have a lot of racism, they have a lot of stories, and they have many things they cannot let it in their brains, because what I see like they face many circumstances, it can make them to do not forget what they have. But what I think in this generation really we change many things. And look at the period of Riyad al-Amma, because in that period I realized we are all together. We are not have that racism, we accept anyone, we are not look at that person he have uh, from a specific tribe, or I'm from um, I'm from Kurdistan, and this person he from Al Jazeera, or this person he's from Kurdistan. I said Kurdistan with many country, and these different things, like even in religion, it's like these differences. If we just put it in one place, really, it will make us to be strong, and this is the point of strength. And even we need to build by this way to let this racism, because it's the bad things really. Really, it's the bad things, and even the good things. We are hospital, and this thing even right now we are somehow become a little, because the situation we're going through, or the circumstances we have in this country, it cannot make us to be more hospital or more generous with other people, because the lack of money or the things we have it, because in a family you cannot raise all of the families, but in the past you can raise many members of the family, even all of your family you can be responsible. And even in a marriage you can marry by easy way. But right now how marriage like, and even we say our older fathers or older grandfathers, they have three or four wives. But what I think right now is totally difficult to find just one person. He have four or five or four wives, because it's totally difficult. It's just depend about, like, I'm not say lucky, but about Allah will give you, just if you are, Allah give you what the money you want, like you can get married. But it's the difficult things in this time, and even the bad things in these times, like what I can say dowry, because the dowry is I don't know, it's like uh, I don't know. It's more, really, it's more, because the dowry right now it's increased. It's not like it's become little, and it depends about it, like what we see in occasion and many places in marriage, because we see like people they are overspending in marriage, and even in hafla or wherever place, like we are not see them like they increase, just they increase all the time we see them, they increase the marriage. But what I see like we need to change these ideas to make the dowries to become more 1 million, 2 million, because it's too much for us as a youth. Like can bring all this money to just to get married, and this make us like a person he reached 13 or 14, and until like he can get married, and it's really difficult, and it's cultural things, and we need to change the bad things. We'll let the good things, and as I mentioned, we have a lot of good things and we have a lot of bad things. And even the good things, right now, I want to come to make interview with a person, or even traditional. We have a traditional dress, jallabiya, aragi, imma, sirwal, and many things like it represent our identity. Really, this thing it represent our identity, and even a top Sudan for women, and many things it represent what we belong to and what we come from, because I believe like we have many things it represent us 100%, and even like jalabiya and this thing like it will be stuck in our us until we can die, because this thing like it represent our ideas. But in this generation, I'm saying somehow we change our dress, we dress like differently, because we comparing ourselves like western country, because they have like dress from here. I don't know how I can dress the mugatta البنطلون المقطع. And even for women they change it like the way they dress, because according what they say in social media, because we speaking in social media today, and it's a deep topic because we found the people they compare themselves to another people. They seek perfection. They want to be a perfect. They want to be a perfect woman. I'm for me. I want to be a perfect guys because according what I see in social media, and social media is like it destroying us really. And here in Sudan, it destroying us. It doesn't build us because a lot of people they waste a lot of time in social media with something like is beneficial really. You cannot get any sort of benefit from what you're doing. You're just losing your time, and we need to change this idea. We need to um, use social media by good way, and even we want to be aware about what we're using because if you just using and just lose your time, I don't think like you get benefit from it. And even calling for someone who's outside, this is a good using by good way, but and even it destroy a lot of family. Really, what I see like a lot of women just look at TikTok, just go and look how women or girls they are dancing. Because if you see your sister or someone is belonging to your relatives or whatever, you cannot accept that. But it's hard thing to express these things because it's hard. Really, it's hard. It destroy a lot of family social media really. And even what I hear right now, I cannot talk it because we are conservative community. Because I watch it like I'm always like I'm a fan of Anas Bukhash, really, because what I hear, because I take a lot of benefit. I'm not saying I just learn English through his episode, but you learn something differently. And what I see from the episode, and today I watch it. I watch it like twice. I'm not just one time, twice. I watch it twice. It's talk about Amira. Amira, she is I don't know. She is from London. She is from where I don't know, but she talk about something like it need a person to be have courage to speak about it. Like she faced many difficulty when she like uh, want to make relationship with his husband, and this thing it's totally difficult to find a person in here in Sudan to speak about it, this thing. I'm really support her 100%. I support Amira. If he hear me, I support her 100%. And even I support Anas Bukhash because I learned from him a lot of stuff. I'm a fan from Anas Bukhash, and I learned from him a lot of things. And even I make a lot of interview. I want to learn from him because the way he's thinking, because he's saying differently. I mean, and even his target is not just to get money or even to be a famous or this stuff like a lot of people use. For me, I put it in myself. Make video because what's the reason for me like to make a videos? And this is a question I'm always ask myself: why I make videos, why I do these things. And for me, the purpose is not just to get famous, to gain fame or this stuff, but to send a message, to send a message to someone like he feel lost because a lot of us we are being in a situation we feel lost and we feel nobody's with us. But if you found a person like he just share your situation or share everything you have, I think you will feel relief. And even as a story of Amira, because what I hear, she found a lot of people in the internet like in her situation, any person like in his situation, because what I do, like I feel a lot of people that are in my story. For that reason, I should create a lot of videos. I should create a lot of stuff, uh, even to increase myself, to make me to be aware, and even to meet different people, and even to back to my topics because communication. Because in the past, I'm not communicated with anyone. I'm not even communication with cameras or this stuff. But what I see, like right now, it's somehow changed. I can become communication. I can enter a relationship with anyone. But in the past, it's difficult because I'm introvert, and people they are not helping me. They just giving you like bad words. They disappoint you, and this stuff it can make you to go or even to develop yourself. And the point, like, it's just good to be communicated, and it's good to find people to communicate with them, and even to find friends you will be with them. And this is like hard things for me personally. What I see is a choice. When you choose a friend, like you will be with him, you will be, and even I read you will have the same character, you will talk the same, and you will have the same ideas. Because we need to be aware to choose the friends we are spending. We are spending a lot of time with them. Um, for that reason, I should choose my friend. I should choose the people I can be with them. And right now, I aware enough to choose my friend and even to choose my wife because this is a hard decision for me to choose someone I can live with him like for a long time. I cannot just choose him randomly like a lot of people like in Sudan in here, because we just married for many reasons, just to bring children, and the other reason like to complete our lives, because we will find everyone like he just getting married for that reason, or even us we want to get married, and even to complete our religion, because we say it in our religion you should marry, and it's a good thing to marry, but you need to see rich things about marriage, because you have children, you have responsibility, and you have many things like you will never be aware about it, but after you get married you will know these things, and even the people they are married they will tell you the circumstances they going through. For that reason, I should be aware to choose a person, and even with the situation, because look at this situation right now. If I choose the wrong person, he will acquire from me a lot of money, and even I cannot handle it. How I can be with this situation? For that reason, if I choose a good person, he will never ask me, because he know my circumstances or he know what I going through. For that reason, we need to be aware. Really, if I can advise any person, don't get married just to bring children or even to fulfill your desire, because even it's reasonable, and even if you do not marry because your mother or your father told you you need to get married or this stuff, we need to rethink about it like deeply, because it's a deep topic, because if we choose if we just rethink about it, these things really we choose the right person, and even the divorce it will never be happen because you choose the right person. And look, the percentage in divorce in here in Sudan it will increase more, because for many reasons, I'm not saying just for one reason, because you choose the wrong person. You choose him from money, you choose him from because he's my relative or he's my uncle's son or this stuff is like bullshit. Really, we need to change these things, but and we need to be aware, because we choose money, because money, yeah, I can say, I cannot deny, money is important. Really, it's very, very, very important things in this life. If you want to go from here to Umdurman, or you want to go from here to Al Arabi, or you want to go in from here to any place, you want money. If you don't have money, that is mean it's difficult for you even to get married or even to travel outside Sudan, because all of us we dream to go outside Sudan, and even to buy good phones or to dress good dress, and even to and even respect. Really, I can't relate it with respect, because if you have good dress, you have money, people will respect you, will show you like the good morals. But if you don't, like nobody even respect you and nobody look to you, because you do not have anything. And it's a wrong concept. We should change it, because money is not everything. Money is like somehow in these centuries is very, very, very important, but it's not everything, because it's the wrong concept. Any person like he speaks his own things, but for me, I say it's very, very important uh, and very essential. Any person he need money in this life. I speak a lot, but that is it, because I speak a lot. And goodbye. See you um, anytime. I'm Mohammed, and that is it. And all the what I can have, I share it with you. And I hope for every person like he have anything, he should share it. I'm not saying to say to be like me, but you should share. If you have information, if you are science, you should share what you have, because even God will ask you about what you have. And these things, like I'm sharing because that is what I have. And Allah make me to be have some little things, but where I try to share it. Because if you have something, you should share it. And even if you have money, you should share it. You have everything, so you should share it. But if you keep it in yourself, like who is can get benefit from what you have? And that is it. I hope every person like he watches this, he get benefit from what I share it. It's not just for fame or just things like any person think about it. And that is it. And goodbye. See you later.
بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.